Welcome back to Cheddar, everyone. Joining us now is Mike Wright, founder of SongCast, which offers distribution services that try to make it easy for artists to sell music online. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, let's get right into it. Tell us how SongCast is actually helping musicians distribute, emerging artists distribute their work.
Sure. Well, we have agreements with all the major online services, such as iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Google Play. And we're pretty much a subscription-based model where you just pay a small fee and we will deliver your music to all those services.
Well, what is that small fee? We were just talking, of course, about Spotify's monthly fee is $9.99. What is your service cost?
Well, we charge $6 a month, but that's to actually deliver the music to those services. But we've recently just soft launched our own streaming app. And that's actually free for the consumer, but we monetize it on the back end through the artist.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so why did you decide to focus on emerging artists?
Sure. Well, I myself was a independent artist many, many years ago, and I just have a passion for the undiscovered talent out there. So I really believe that there are so many artists that have not been heard that deserve a chance.
All right, you know what? Tell us exactly how your company then is able to generate revenue. When I think about emerging artists, that's not really a group of individuals that necessarily perhaps has a ton of extra income to be spending. So how exactly is what you're doing able to make money?
Sure. Well, when the artists, once we get their music placed on the services, they earn revenue through all the streaming and all the downloads. And actually, over the past several years, we've paid out $20 million in royalties to our artists.
So why would some of these emerging artists choose to use your app versus a free platform like YouTube?
Sure. Well, you know, on those services, you know, you've got everything. You've got popular artists. You do have indie music. You have commercials. But we want to do one thing and do it really well. And that's just serve independent music to people that want to hear it.
What are you providing to these artists that they perhaps couldn't get from these other platforms?
Sure. Well, we're focusing strictly on the consumer that wants to hear something they have never, ever heard before. So maybe think of our service as Tinder-free music, where every tap is going to be something new. And you have an opportunity to curate your own experience based upon an algorithm we have that'll present you new music.
So Mike, you are able to have this platform without any ads on the service, is that correct?
That's correct. No ads, no subscription fees, because it's monetized by the artists. There's artists out there that actually want to pay to be heard. And there's thousands and thousands, if not millions, around the world that are desperate for an audience, and we try to provide that to them.
And has there been any artists that have come out of your platform that we would have heard of? Maybe they went from emerging to well-known?
Well, our app just soft launched back in December, so we're kind of almost in an open beta right now. I can't say we have any household names in the moment, but we hope to really soon.
How does your app specifically protect artists, right? I mean, this is a battle like none other with other platforms like Spotify, like Pandora. What are you guys doing to make sure that you're protecting the artist's right on your app?
Sure. Well, obviously our music is protected, and you know, unless you're doing little crafty ways to steal music, you're not going to easily be able to do it. You know, anybody that wants to, you know, find a way and do something on the side, you know, they'll find a way. But you know, pretty much their music is protected using the app.
So what other services are you offering these artists to get their music out there that aren't like the traditional, you know, forms?
Sure. Well, obviously, besides our distribution to all the major platforms, we're giving them tools for their social media accounts. They can easily post their music to their Facebook page. You know, they can easily share the new album releases on Twitter just by a few clicks of the button. And we give them their own little profiles within SongCast that the consumers can, you know, read about their tour dates and any other events they have going on.
All right, there we have it. Yeah, it sounds very, very cool. Mike Wright, founder of SongCast, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.